Shining Ones, skills on the platform. What came out for our elements of fire signs for the oracle read of this week is the Ouroboros. All right. Our fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. All right. Now, Ouroboros, let's get into it. The symbol of Ouroboros is the snake devouring its tail, representing infinity and totality. This sign is often referred to alternatively as Ophiuchus. Okay? That's spelled Ophiuchus. You can look it up for yourself. That's Ophic. No, excuse me. Ophiuchus. Okay? Ophiuchus. The snake hunter, incorporated as the 13th zodiac. Its dates are November 29th to December 17th. Ouroboros is the spirit sign ruled by Chiron and Jupiter and represents unity, magnetism, cleverness, spiritedness, and flamboyance. Does that kind of speak to our fire signs in a sense? I think so. It does. When Ouroboros appears, you're being asked to expand your horizons and explore the many facets of super consciousness. Now, in a sense, this does tie in with the other read as well. So look at the earth read and look at the water sign read as well, right? Speaking of the super consciousness and the consciousness, right? Going beyond consciousness. So you have the subconscious, you have the conscious, and then you also have the super consciousness, right? Levels to this. Engage in an activity that nourishes the spirit. So, activities that's going to nourish your spirit is definitely called for fire signs, okay? What new adventures await is the question. Refer to the Jupiter Spirit card for additional clarification and information. Right? We're not going to refer to the Jupiter Spirit card. But the inverted means jealousy, power hungriness, and temperamental attitudes are the shadow side to this sign. I'm going to read that again. Jealousy, if you're going through any of this right now for our fire signs. Power hungriness and temperamental attitudes are the shadow side to this sign. Okay? So if you are experiencing any of these feelings, then it's a good chance that you are more in your dark side versus your light side. Okay? Beware of wanting the things others have that you do not, and remember that what you want isn't necessarily what you need. See, needs and wants are two different things. See, people tend to want certain things, right? Once they have what they need, then they kind of get a little greedy, right? Not everyone, but people tend to do that. So focus more on your needs than what you want. Is it what you really want is the question. Because we may tend to see something and we want it, but then when we really get it, we don't really want it. So where did it originally come from? It came from a place of greed. So be careful. Fire signs, be careful. Beware of wanting things others have that you do not. And remember that what you want isn't necessarily what you need. Continue to self reflect and be humble in nature and in practice. The laws of karma apply quite well here. So, in other words, I'm going to keep this short and simple for our fire signs. Okay? The law of karma applies quite well here. Just keep in mind, people tend to feel like they can do whatever they want whenever they want. Just know that there are consequences to everything that we do, whether we want to accept that or not. Once again, there are consequences to everything that we do, whether we want to accept the consequences or not. So, what you do to others, this is the universal law, what you do unto others shall become back unto you. So just be careful of what you do, what you put out. You'll be good to go, right? Nothing to worry about. Also, in addition to that, I want to say is that if you look at the symbol of the Ouroboros, right? It speaks, just look at the symbol of a snake eating its own tail. So, are you doing things are you consuming yourself with the things that you're doing? Right? You can look at that as a positive or a negative. Like when you consume yourself into your work, right? You're obviously trying to reach a certain goal and accomplish certain feats in life. So you will consume yourself in your work, right? You know, a lot of these words are ambiguous, right? Now, you can consume yourself in certain activities that could not be beneficial to you, or even consume your time into certain people, right? There's so many ways to look at it, right? So be careful of not spreading yourself thin. End up consuming yourself. You know? Are you doing things that's gonna help you overall in your health, your mental health, right? Your life success. So just think about what you're doing before you do it. In other words, fire signs, okay? So definitely think about what you do before you do it for our fire signs, right? Because you don't want to have to do something and you wish you didn't do it later on. It's because you didn't pause for a moment and actually think about what you did before you did it. All right, but that's gonna cut that short for our fire signs. Pretty much self-explanatory. I don't have to go into too much details. You guys can figure out the rest. All right, but that's gonna be the end of the read for our fire signs. Peace.